Hey guys, I'm S. Dan Wolf and welcome back to the channel. And what we need to do is I want to jump in here and tell you 3 keys you need to worry about. My hand never leaves these 3 keys, and that is the Shift key, the Z key, and the X key. That is the only place. I'll tell you one thing too. Another reason I love these type of games is when I was in high school, I actually got into a football accident and I partially paralyzed my right arm. So I don't really have full function of it. So with these type of games, I had to learn to be left-handed. So I control the mouse with my left hand, and I can literally set my right hand on the keyboard, and I still have a fully functioning hand. So I can use my middle finger on the Shift key, and I use my middle finger for the Shift and the Z, and usually just my pinky finger for the X. And for all of these sessions, I sit here and play these for hours. I never have to move my right hand. I never have to lift my arm up and move it. So it's like I still play some first-person shooters like 7 Days to Die is pretty easy for me because that's just, WADX. I usually change the menu option to T. Ark Survival Evolved the same way. But basically, my point is these 3 keys in the Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo universe are the only keys I have to use. So they should really be the only ones I would think you guys would actually have to mess with. And that's kind of what I'm going to show you here today. If you are new and if you're thinking about buying this, I know it might be a little late now to get you into the beta because you really only have 6-7 days left. But as far as when the release comes out, you can come back and watch this, and this will not change with the full release. No matter what mode you're playing in, this is the Planet universe. This is what you're going to have to click on. So let's just take for something, and we'll go for something as simple as the rock work. So if you click on nature, go over here to the left and cycle it out by rocks. I'll take you down to my favorite set of rocks right now, and that is this set of rocks right here, the Taja rocks. I think that's how you say it. So you click on that. We've got rock 8 here. And obviously right now I'm just moving the mouse. No problem at all. But say you want to lift this rock up in the air. All you have to do, hold Shift down. See your little green arrow? I can take it up as high, as low, make it disappear, bring it way up in the air. My middle finger is not leaving the Shift button at all. So that's how you do that. Now the only thing, when you're just holding the Shift button like this, you cannot go left or right. So this is only for up and down. So we'll place that right there in the position we want, and there we go. Now, say you want to stack one here, but you want it a little off to the right. All you got to do, same thing, hit X. Then your little 3 gimbal axis here pops up. So we'll go right over here, bring it a little right, and I'm like on the keyboard right now, I'm not touching anything. So once you hit X, that's it. You can hit it again, but I'm not actually touching anything on the keyboard now. We've got, you're on your option. And this is our little, what we call the 3D. You might hear some content creators call it the 3D gizmo. And what I'm doing when you see these circles go away, I'm tapping X. Then it's right there on this plane. Tap X again. You can swirl it around. And what I'm doing is I'm holding the left mouse button down as I'm doing this. So very, very versatile tool. And if we want to get this back over here, click, hold down, click, hold down, not touching any keys on the keyboard, and place it. And you can also do this. This is one of my favorite rocks right here. If you're wanting to be quick at it, like see how we've got this right here. I'm not touching anything on the keyboard. This is just rolling right along with the mouse. Hit the Z key and it flips it. So that is where your Z key comes into place. You can also hold the Z key down and freely spin it. So like I said, we've not touched anything except the shift, the Z, and the X. And there you go. And like I said, if you click the Z, flip, 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 flip. And I could just move it around all willy-nilly, whatever I like. And also, too, as far as this game goes, see how I still have it in my hand. I'm not touching any keys. This little box right here, this will be like this when the real game releases, to the left. Click on that. And this is where you have a ton of different options to move your pieces around. So you've got angle snap. You can click on that. And watch when you hold down the Z, it clicks. See how there's a little bit of hesitation? That is your angle snap. It's not just willy-nilly. So you can pop, pop, pop. See, it's really, really jerky. Unclick that. Now watch. Hit the Z key. You can go wild with it really, really quick. So that's what that does. Now, another thing, too, really, I don't mess much with flattened terrain or position, snap, rotation. Just don't really mess with those a whole lot. But what I do mess with is your align to surface. So this really comes into play with your stacking. So see right here, we're out here flat on this surface. I've got align to surface checked. Watch as I bring this to this rock. See how it wants to pop up and align itself with whatever surface you're dragging it across. And see, it's really, really accentuated when you have that checked. Now, when you don't have it checked, it may still do a little bit of that jumping, but not like you just saw. So we've got the align to surface unchecked. Bring it towards these rocks. See, it almost just lets you nestle it right in till it's kind of forced to pop up. But definitely not like, spazzing out on you like it was. Maybe hit the Z key, spin that around, maybe slide that rock right in there. And there you go. Now, same thing with the plants. Let's see, this is let me find another a plant I'm really, really fond of lately. Let's see, if you want to base it by continent, click on this little sorting button right here. Kind of looks like a little martini glass. Click on continent, and we will go to North America. And we'll take you back over here to Mr. Tyson's exhibit. And say we wanted to lay him some more plants down. He's taking a swim, watching us. Okay, so if we want to, let's find that. Oh, yeah, here we go. I love these common reeds right here. So we'll take that. Now, see, we don't want to just set it right here like, up as high as it can go. But if I hold my shift key, sink it down a little bit, there we go. Maybe move it over here. Maybe puts a little more on his bed. Maybe even get some back here. This is kind of a big open spot. Shift key, hold it down, and it stays in that position. So I do not have my finger on the shift key right now. So I can drag this. See, it stays right in that spot. If I want to go a little higher, hold shift again, bring it up higher. And there we go. It stays in that same spot. Now also, too, I want to show you, it really works. There's a bunch of different things you can do with this foliage, too, that has to do with these keys. Say you want this tree laying down. I'm not touching anything on the keyboard right now. So I'm going to hit X. There's your little gimbal that I was talking about. Hit it again and just highlight whatever movement you want to make. So if you wanted to make this tree fall down, if you wanted to make it look like this tree is falling on the ground, hold down this blue axis and just start tilting it. And see? Now you can leave it like that, or you can hit X again, raise it a little higher, and then click. Left mouse click. There you go. Got these bulrush reeds. Maybe you want to put that around it. A little bit of shift. Hit Z, spin it. Z, spin it. And that's another thing too you want to do if you really want more realistic builds. Always, always, always remember to spin your trees. And I'm going to show you why, because look how unnatural this looks. Let's see, we'll turn this way. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how just like how uniform everything is, and it all just looks like a creepy genetic experiment of cloning trees. Now watch this same set of trees using our same technique, but we're going to sink it into the ground a little bit here. And I'm going to place, spin, place, spin, place, spin. Whoops. Place, spin. Now, look at the different, the different undulations here. Like, look how better that little line of trees look than the weird kind of static line here. Now, there are options, there are certain foliage, in the game that is more so meant for that, especially like the topiaries and all that. But as far as these flowers and all that goes, you're going to want to throw a little spin on them, especially with the flowers. Like if you're right here like this, see, just in a weird kind of line. But if you spin them, Z, 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 see, it's all more natural. And then of course, like you all probably already know this, but definitely with your rock work, you don't want to go, okay, there's that rock in the pin. Okay, there's that rock in the exhibit. Okay, there's that rock. See, but you can take these 4 and you can place that one, spin it, maybe lower this one a little bit, bring another one, raise it back up. You see this one, that one you didn't even have to spin, just by raising it. And see your different little styles on that. And we use the same rock 4 times in a row. So like I said, guys, not to keep you here for 20 minutes, but it's the Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo universe. Really, really important. Your shift key, your Z key, and your X key. That is the best kind of, that's just the best kind of instruction I can give you on this. Even when you're going in to do your buildings, let's just find a wall here. Brick wall. Place it. Place it. Now say you want to make a room out of it. What are you going to do? Hit Z. That turns it on you. Turns it. Hit Z. Like, put it down. Hit Z again. And see, it all just pretty much, it hit Z. It pops in place for you. So I really didn't want to jump in here and babble on too long and make this overly complicated like your keys and such. But that's pretty much it, guys. Shift Z X. Get used to those keys if you're joining the Planet Zoo universe. And that is all I have for you on this one. I wanted to keep this one short and sweet. Shift Z X. Those are your friends. That is what you need to do. And like I said, this works with all of this. If you click on your props, like the little Indian auto rickshaw, you've got it right here. Wait a minute, I want to look at the front of it. Hold down your Z key, spin it towards you. I want to move this X. I want to raise it up in the air. I want to make it look like it's crashing into these rocks. There you go. X, Z. And another thing too, I'll give you a real quick, let's just do a real quick waterfall tutorial. Your special effects key right here, it's in your construction tab. So construction, special effects, and look down over here towards this area, water, rapids, foam, splash. Look for your waterfall top section. That's usually what I always start with. So obviously when you first click this, we'll have to click play. It'll be down here on the ground, or it'll pop up to a rock, but let's just for the tutorial's sake, let's say it's on the ground. So what you're going to want to do is hit shift, hold it down, raise it up in the air, and click. So that's the top of your waterfall. Now we need your midsection, so those are on here too. Raise it up and you'll start seeing the water falling. And see, you actually don't even have to click off these. Like I clicked off of the top piece. You don't have to do that. We got our middle section in right here. You can click it and it stays in that position. So it's easier to align your bottom. So that's another part of it. Rapid splash, waterfall bottom. Click it. See, it's up there in the air right now. See the waves of the water? Go ahead and bring that down. And see, now it would be down. It's like it's kind of gushing at your water level here. Or, you know, what would be your water level. So there's that. And what I do is I go back into the nature tab. I usually find a real good flat rock like this rock number 4. Click it. Bring it over to the waterfall. I'm holding Z down. I spun it a little bit. Get it under the water. Hit shift. Raise it up in the air. And what I usually do is I do this to kind of like hide the opening point of the water. So you don't want to just, you don't want to make it look like your waterfall is just coming out of thin air. And then so what I usually do, shift, box it in, spin that one, drop it, maybe pick out a different rock, come over here to this side, shift, raise it up, click, Z, drop it. Maybe get some little flat ones out here to kind of hide the base of the drop. Get another one of these little larger ones. And now look, you can actually, even if you want, you can totally hide where the water's coming down to. If you're like, building a path beside it. And, that kind of brings us to our next point. On paths, it's the same way. Like we'll just do rustic path. Click. And this is just, I'm not touching any key. I'm just dragging, click, bend, click, bend, click, bend, click, bend, click. And there you go. Now also too, guys, these keys actually have another pretty neat function with paths. See how right now I'm not touching any key on the keyboard. And if I click, it comes out right in a little straight line. Well, what if you don't want to do that in a straight line? I'm going to show you you don't have to. If you want this to be independent of this, hold shift. And now watch if I click Z. You can bend the path. I'm holding down the Z key right now. So see, you don't have to just bring it on a straight little line if you don't want. Then just click. Click, click, click. Come again. See if I don't want to just maybe come. And if you hold Z, if you hold the shift key, it's not doing that snapping. Like see if I let go of the shift key, it wants to do this snapping down here. If you just hold shift, you can actually even break it from that cycle. See, by raising it up. Same way with your control key. If you don't want it to snap to the existing path, hold down your control key. And if I'm holding the control right now, it doesn't want to connect to that path at all. But if I let go of the control key in 3, 2, 1, bam, it wants you to connect it. So I'm going to hit control again, and it lets it go. Now, a couple people were also asking me about stairs. You don't have to really mess with anything like that on the key either. That is simply clicking your left mouse button and raising your mouse. So my mouse is going up and down right now. And this is the highest level that the stairs will let you go. And when you want to make the stairs, you just let go of the mouse button. And you can make straight stairs or windy, crazy, weird stairs. And all of that has to do with your menu button right here. See, curved slopes. If you uncheck that box, watch this. You can only go straight. See, I can't make it do that weirdness. So if you're needing a straight set of steps, leave that box unchecked. But if you want curves, check it. And see, now you kind of pop back into your little weird curves. And when you want to go back to flat, you know, obviously hold the mouse down, hold and left down, bend, 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 and there you go. And now you've got your weird set of stairs. And also, too, another neat trick, if you're deleting path, if you'll hold down the delete key, look, you don't have to do multiple clicks. So that's really helpful if you have a large section of path you want to get rid of. You don't have to just keep clicking delete, 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 click, 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 click. Just hold the delete button, and that kind of, it massively deletes everything for you. So anyways, guys, I hope this helps. I just wanted to jump in and show you these main keys, and I hope you take something from this. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below, and if you still need help with stuff, let me know in the comments section, and I will try to jump in and do my best to make this the most enjoyable experience possible for you. But anyways, guys, I'm SDN Wolf. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you. See you guys.